Hello, gamers and lovers of digital entertainment. Today I bring you something special. The second part of May's most exciting releases. A presentation full of surprises and must-have experiences for PC and consoles. Get ready to discover titles ranging from the retro police action of The Precinct to the adrenaline of JDM, Japanese Drift Master, the extreme challenges of Deliver at All Costs, and the epic strategy of Lynked, Banner of the Spark. Each of these games promises innovation, excitement, and impressive graphics that will make May an unforgettable month for gamers. If you enjoy epic and adrenaline-filled content, don't forget to like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell to stay up to date on the most popular video games of the moment. It's time to dive into this second part of incredible releases. Let's get started.
Video game thing like
First, The Precinct is an action-adventure video game developed by Fallen Tree Games and published by Quali. This title combines elements of police simulation with arcade action, offering an immersive and unique experience for players seeking a different approach to open-world games. Story and setting. The game takes place in Averno City, a fictional city inspired by East Coast metropolises of the 1980s. Set specifically in 1983, players step into the shoes of Nick Cordell Jr., a rookie police officer following in the footsteps of his late father, Police Chief Nick Cordell Sr. The narrative focuses on Nick's struggle to maintain order in a crime-ridden city while unraveling the mysteries surrounding his father's death. Averno City serves as a dynamic and vibrant environment divided into districts with unique features. From neon-lit alleys to rain-soaked streets, the city captures the essence of 1980s urban life with impressive detail. Additionally, the game includes day-night cycles and changing weather conditions, enhancing variety and realism. Gameplay and features. Classic perspective. The game uses a top-down view similar to early Grand Theft Auto titles, offering a nostalgic yet updated approach. Procedural crimes. Players patrol the streets, responding to procedurally generated crimes, ranging from minor infractions like illegal parking to bank robberies and car chases. Police mechanics. Features include calling for reinforcements, using helicopters, and following official procedures like reading suspects their Miranda rights. Players must also adhere to the law, as illegal actions have consequences. Vehicles and customization. Unlock various police vehicles, each with unique characteristics, as you progress through the game. Support system. Players can call in reinforcements, set up roadblocks, and deploy spike strips to stop criminals. Visual style and sound. The game's design evokes the atmosphere of the 1980s through careful attention to its aesthetic details, including period-specific vehicles, architecture, and a soundtrack that captures the spirit of the decade. Lighting effects and day-night cycles add depth to the environment, while music and sound effects immerse players in the world of Averno City. Platforms and release date. Release date: May 13th, 2025. Platforms: PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Second, American Arcadia is an adventure video game developed by Out of the Blue Games and published by Raw Fury. This title combines platforming and narrative elements in a retro-futuristic world inspired by the 1970s, offering a unique and captivating experience. Story and premise. The game is set in Arcadia, a utopian city where citizens live unaware that they are part of a globally broadcast reality show. Players take on the role of Trevor Hills, an ordinary man who discovers the truth behind his seemingly perfect life. When Trevor becomes a target of Arcadia's authorities, he must escape the city while facing challenges and uncovering the secrets of this controlled world. Gameplay and features. Dual perspective. Switch between a 2.5D view for platforming sections and a first-person perspective for narrative segments, offering a varied gameplay experience. Immersive narrative. The story is packed with twists and decisions that influence the game's progression, keeping players engaged. Diverse challenges. Players must overcome obstacles, solve puzzles, and make strategic decisions to advance in their escape. Retrofuturistic style. The game's aesthetics draw inspiration from the 1970s, featuring unique designs in architecture, technology, and fashion. The soundtrack complements this atmosphere with music that evokes the spirit of the decade. Visual style and sound. The visual design of American Arcadia is a tribute to the 1970s, with vibrant colors, modernist architecture, and details that capture the era's aesthetics. Arcadia is portrayed as a utopian yet controlled city, with a stark contrast between its perfect exteriors and the oppressive reality it hides. Lighting and shading effects are crafted to highlight key plot moments, creating impactful scenes in both the 2.5D lateral views and the first-person sections. The soundtrack captures the essence of the 1970s, with tracks ranging from funk to smooth melodic rhythms, reinforcing the nostalgic and retrofuturistic setting. Each piece feels meticulously chosen to complement both tense moments and the story's more emotional scenes. Furthermore, sound effects, such as ambient noise, retro tech interactions, and character voices, immerse the player in this intriguing reality show. Platforms and release date. Release date: May 15th, 2025. Platforms: PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Third, Doom: The Dark Ages is a first-person action shooter developed by ID Software and published by Bethesda. This installment brings the iconic Doom franchise into a dark medieval setting, delivering a unique experience that combines the series' brutal combat with a completely new atmosphere. Story and setting. The plot unfolds in a medieval world ravaged by the invasion of demonic forces. Players step into the role of a warrior destined to confront hordes of infernal creatures while striving to free their land from darkness. As the journey progresses, players uncover ancient secrets and powerful relics that aid their mission. The medieval environment is packed with ruined castles, dark dungeons, and desolate landscapes, all meticulously designed to immerse players in a grim and perilous world. Gameplay and features. Visceral combat preserves Doom's fast-paced, brutal action, adapted to a medieval setting with weapons such as enchanted swords, magic bows, and spears, alongside modified classic firearms. Strategic exploration. Players explore castles, dungeons, and ruined villages, facing strategic challenges and solving puzzles to advance. Unique enemies. The demonic invasion features creatures tailored to the medieval setting, including possessed knights and infernal dragons. Multiplayer mode offers options for online and cooperative gameplay, where players can join forces to battle waves of enemies or compete in medieval arenas. Visual style and sound. The visual design of Doom: The Dark Ages combines medieval aesthetics with the dark and bloody style characteristic of the franchise. Gothic castles, torchlit dungeons, and desolate landscapes create an oppressive and immersive atmosphere. Lighting effects and detailed textures add depth to the game world. The soundtrack blends elements of medieval music with the heavy guitar riffs that have become a hallmark of Doom, creating a unique auditory experience that complements the frenetic action. Sound effects, from demon roars to weapon impacts, are designed to fully immerse players in combat. Platforms and release date. Release date: May 15th, 2025. Platforms: PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Fourth, Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is a fighting video game developed and published by Capcom. This title gathers a selection of classic fighting games along with new additions aimed at captivating nostalgic fans and attracting new players. Content and setting. The collection features remastered versions of iconic titles like Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, and other fan favorites. Additionally, new characters and updated game modes have been introduced to deliver a fresh and exciting experience. Each game retains its original visual style, while benefiting from graphic enhancements that highlight vibrant details and colors. Gameplay and features. Classic game selection. A wide variety of titles celebrating the history of Capcom's fighting games. New modes and characters. Updated game modes and newly added characters bring a refreshing touch to the collection. Online multiplayer. Features like quick matchmaking and global leaderboards for competing with players worldwide. Extras in gallery. Includes concept art, music, and additional content commemorating the legacy of fighting games. Visual style and sound. The visual design combines the nostalgia of original graphics with modern improvements optimized for current platforms. Vibrant colors and fluid animations make every fight visually striking. The soundtrack includes remastered classic themes and new arrangements that complement the frenetic action of battles. Platforms and release date. Release date, May 16th, 2025. Platforms, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Fifth, Roadcraft is a simulation and strategy video game developed by Focus Entertainment. This title blends construction and management elements, giving players the opportunity to design and optimize road networks in dynamic and challenging environments. Story and setting. While Roadcraft does not follow a traditional narrative, its focus lies in creating and managing transportation infrastructure. Players take on the role of an engineer tasked with building efficient roads across various scenarios, ranging from modern cities to rural landscapes and mountainous terrains. Each environment presents unique challenges that require creative and strategic solutions. Gameplay and features. Road design. Players can plot routes, construct bridges and tunnels, and optimize traffic flow to meet specific objectives. Resource management. Balancing budget, materials, and time is essential to completing projects efficiently. Dynamic challenges. Scenarios include changing weather conditions, natural disasters, and increasing transportation demands. Sandbox mode offers complete freedom to experiment with designs without restrictions. Multiplayer mode enables collaboration or competition with other players in designing transportation networks. Visual style and sound. The visual design of Roadcraft is clean and detailed, featuring graphics that stand out for their clarity and realism. Environments are meticulously crafted to reflect various regions and climates, while traffic and construction animations add dynamism to the gameplay. The soundtrack is relaxing and intended to complement the strategic experience, while sound effects like traffic noise and construction activities add a layer of realism. Platforms and release date. Release date, May 20th, 2025. Platforms, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
Pre-order Roadcraft now on PC.
Sixth, Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, is a role-playing and simulation video game developed by Level 5. This title continues the beloved Fantasy Life series, blending adventure, building, and management elements in a magical world full of possibilities. Story and setting. The game takes place on a mysterious island where players have the ability to travel through time. The narrative revolves around rebuilding the island and interacting with its inhabitants while unraveling the secrets of a girl who can steal time. Players can explore different eras, adding depth and variety to the game world. The island features vibrant landscapes, from enchanted forests to picturesque villages, each designed with a colorful and charming visual style that captures the magical essence of the Fantasy Life universe. Gameplay and features. Lives and skills. Players can choose from various lives or professions, such as mage, carpenter, fisherman, or warrior, each with unique abilities that influence gameplay. Building and customization. Construct and personalize homes, as well as design the island as the story progresses. Exploration and combat. Explore the island, face enemies, and gather resources to upgrade skills and complete missions. Time travel. The time travel mechanic allows players to discover new areas and solve mysteries tied to the story. Multiplayer includes options to play with friends, collaborate on missions, and explore together. Visual style and sound. The visual design of Fantasy Life I is vibrant and full of charming details, featuring adorable characters and magical environments that invite exploration. The soundtrack perfectly complements the game's atmosphere with relaxing and emotional melodies suited to every moment of the adventure. Platforms and release date. Release date, May 21st, 2025. Platforms, Nintendo Switch. 7th, JDM, Japanese Drift Master, is a racing simulation video game developed by Gaming Factory. This title is tailored for fans of Japanese car culture and the art of drifting, delivering an immersive and authentic experience. Story and setting. Although the game does not follow a traditional narrative, its focus lies on the JDM culture, allowing players to explore Japanese landscapes while perfecting their drifting skills. From winding mountain roads to urban circuits, each setting captures the essence of Japan and its passion for cars. Gameplay and features. Realistic simulation. The game offers detailed physics that replicate the drifting experience, from vehicle control to terrain interaction. Vehicle customization. Players can modify their cars with authentic parts from the Japanese market, adjusting both performance and aesthetics. Game modes include single races, drifting challenges, and a multiplayer mode to compete with other players. Free exploration. Players can roam the Japanese landscapes in an open world, discovering routes and honing their skills. Visual style and sound. The visual design of JDM, Japanese Drift Master, is stunning, with graphics emphasizing detailed vehicles and environments. Japanese landscapes are faithfully recreated, from neon-lit cityscapes to rural roads surrounded by nature. The soundtrack features music inspired by Japanese culture, blending electronic beats with traditional rhythms to complement the game's atmosphere. Sound effects, such as roaring engines and screeching tires, immerse players in the drifting experience. Platforms and release date. Release date, May 21st, 2025. Platforms, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Eighth, Monster Train 2 is a strategy and deck-building video game developed by Big Fan Games. This title serves as the sequel to the popular Monster Train, expanding its formula with new mechanics, challenges, and content designed to captivate both seasoned players and newcomers. Story and setting. The plot takes place in an infernal world where players must lead a train full of monsters to reclaim control of the underworld. Along the way, they face powerful enemies and make strategic decisions that influence the story's progression. The narrative is enriched by a dark and vibrant visual design that embodies the chaotic essence of the Monster Train universe. Gameplay and features. Deck building. Players create and optimize card decks to battle waves of enemies in tactical combat. New factions. Introduces never-before-seen factions with unique abilities that add variety and depth to the strategy. Game modes. Features daily challenges, a competitive multiplayer mode, and customizable difficulty options. Exploration. Players can discover new routes and events as they progress with the train, adding replayability and surprises. Visual style and sound. The visual design of Monster Train 2 retains the vibrant and detailed style of its predecessor, with graphics that stand out for their creativity and infernal atmosphere. Combat visuals and card animations are dynamic and engaging. The soundtrack blends epic and dark themes that complement the strategic action, while sound effects, such as attacks and card interactions, immerse players in the experience. Platforms and release date. Release date, May 21st, 2025. Platforms, PC. Ninth, Blades of Fire is an action and role-playing video game developed by Mercury Steam. This title merges tactical combat with an epic narrative set in a dark fantasy world, delivering a challenging and immersive experience for players. Story and setting. The game unfolds in a kingdom ravaged by an endless war between human factions and supernatural creatures. Players take on the role of a chosen warrior who wields the legendary Blades of Fire to restore balance to the world. Along the way, they uncover ancient secrets and make decisions that shape the fate of the realm. The world of Blades of Fire features breathtaking landscapes, from ruined fortresses to enchanted forests and active volcanoes. Each environment is meticulously designed to draw players into the dark and dangerous atmosphere of the game. Gameplay and features. Tactical combat focuses on strategic battles, where players must master special abilities and manage resources to defeat powerful enemies. Character customization. Players can tailor their warrior with various weapons, armor, and abilities, adapting to their preferred playstyle. Exploration and quests. Includes a semi-open world with main and side quests offering rewards and expanding the narrative. Cooperative mode allows players to team up with friends to tackle tougher challenges and explore together. Visual style and sound. The visual design of Blades of Fire blends realistic graphics with a dark and detailed artistic style. Effects like the glow of the swords and magical explosions add dynamism to battles. Environments are crafted to reflect the game's somber and epic tone. The soundtrack features orchestral themes that amplify the intensity of battles and the emotion of the story. Sound effects, from the clash of swords to the roars of creatures, fully immerse players in the experience. Platforms and release date. Release date, May 22nd, 2025. Platforms, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Tenth, Deliver at All Costs is an action and simulation video game developed by Konami. This title challenges players to become expert couriers in a world filled with obstacles and dangers, delivering a truly unique and thrilling experience. Story and setting. The game takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where players assume the role of a delivery specialist tasked with transporting essential packages to ensure the survival of scattered communities. The narrative focuses on overcoming extreme challenges while exploring desolate landscapes and facing unpredictable dangers, such as storms, treacherous terrain, and bandit attacks. Gameplay and features: delivery mechanics, plan routes, manage resources, and use tools to overcome obstacles along the way. Vehicle customization: modify and upgrade vehicles to adapt to various terrains and conditions. Dynamic challenges: features changing weather conditions, enemies, and random events that add variety and difficulty. Cooperative mode: collaborate with other players to complete larger deliveries and tackle challenges as a team. Visual style and sound: the visual design of Deliver at All Costs blends realistic graphics with a somber atmosphere that reflects the post-apocalyptic setting. Landscapes are meticulously crafted to convey feelings of isolation and danger, while weather effects like storms and rain add dynamism to the game world. The soundtrack features themes that amplify the tension and excitement of deliveries, while sound effects, like the noise of vehicles and interactions with the environment, immerse players in the experience. Platforms and release date: May 22nd, 2025. Platforms: PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. 11th, Lynked, Banner of the Spark, is a role-playing and strategy video game developed by Spark Studios. This title combines tactical combat with a deep narrative in an epic fantasy world, delivering an immersive experience for players. Story and setting: the game is set in the Kingdom of Lynked, a world divided by conflicts between magical factions and warriors. Players take on the role of a leader who must unite the factions under a single banner, the Banner of the Spark, to face a common threat. As they progress, they uncover ancient secrets and make choices that impact the fate of the kingdom. The world of Lynked features diverse landscapes, including enchanted forests, ruined fortresses, and magical deserts. Each environment is intricately designed to immerse players in the game's epic atmosphere. Gameplay and features: tactical combat. Players plan strategies and use unique character abilities to overcome powerful enemies. Resource management: mechanics for building and administration to strengthen armies and expand influence. Branching narrative: player decisions shape the story and relationships between factions. Multiplayer mode: collaborate or compete with other players in strategic battles and global challenges. Visual style and sound: the visual design of Lynked, Banner of the Spark merges detailed graphics with an artistic style that captures the magic and grandeur of the world. Lighting effects and particles, such as spell bursts and magical explosions, add dynamism to the battles. Environments reflect the game's fantastic and conflict-driven themes. The soundtrack features orchestral compositions that heighten the intensity of battles and the emotions within the narrative. Sound effects, from weapon clashes to the roars of magical creatures, enhance player immersion. Platforms and release date: May 22nd, 2025. Platforms: PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.